Hello，大家好，欢迎来到园林区直播间，我是本次活动的主持人武荣，欢迎大家继续跟随我们探索 Web 3.0。Web 3先行者系列活动主要是面向不同公链，邀约行业资深大咖进行分享和交流。在我们之前的活动中，不仅有知名的公链，还有依托不同链的明星生态项目。希望我们可以共同携手，一起共建共享 Web 3生态繁荣。Hello everyone, I'm Dolores. This is our fourth open day of fourth Web3 community. We are a non-profit community, and now we are having a series of Web3 projects featured on our community. There are not only public chains projects here, but also ecological developers and the builders relying on different chains. So we welcome everyone to speak out through our platform and promote the development of Web3 together. Thank you for joining us at the fourth open day where we're going to talk about everything Web3 and the future of the internet, but also a best place to launch or discover the brand new products you have never discovered before. So in this event of the fourth open day, we have invited 4 guests who won in Web3 Infinity Hackathon to share their Web3 storage with us. 那这次呢，由我们园立区和官方共同举办的 Web3 Infinity Hackathon，黑客松啊是从7月1日正式开放报名，然后到8月17日截止项目的提交，直到8月23日公布这个获奖名单，并且举办了黑客松的闭幕式。那在黑客松经历的8周的时间里面呢，我们最终是收到了573个参与者报名，然后收到了129个最终的项目提交，然后报名的参与者覆盖到了全球的73个国家和地区，最终是颁发了17个这种单项奖，并且评选了30个项目入围这个奖金池。那9月6号与13日，我们将分别举办2场对话获奖团队的线上直播专访。在这里呢，他们会给我们讲述一些项目的成长历程和他们的未来规划。那本次开放日呢，我们邀请到了这4位，分别是获得了2等奖的 Oxy 的创始人 Ayush 和 Ishika，将谈论Utility NFT 的这样子一个 ecosystem。那我们的另外一位嘉宾叫 Winter， 是 CipherBox 的这样的一个经理。那他们是获得了 Web3 Infinity Hackathon 里面的第三名，也将和我们分享CipherBox 里面的这种私人数据的这样一个价值。那接下来的一位嘉宾就是来自 Kazaya 的 Austin， 他的 Kazaya 就是创始人哈，他将在视频里面和我们分享有关于这个 The Next Web3 Drive for Field Storage and Sharing。那在Web3 Infinity Hackathon 中，还有就是我们获得另外2个获奖团队，他们也将通过视频的方式和我们分享他们的这个一些经历和历程，和我们打招呼。包括我们的 create-ipfs-app 的创始人 Alex 向我们展示 create and deploy Web3 applications to the IPFS. And so first of all, I'd love to have our guests introduce themselves briefly. Let's welcome our first guest, Ayush and Ishika, the founders of Oxy, who own the second place in Web3 Infinity Hackathon. We'll talk about Utility NFT ecosystem. Ayush and Ishika, could you please introduce yourself briefly to our audience?
Hello everyone, I'm Ishika Pareek. I'm a product designer and I'm a co-founder at Entropy Labs. And I am and we have made the product Odyssey, which we will be talking about today. So yeah, I'm happy to be here.
Thank you. Ayush, could you please introduce yourself as well?
Yeah. Hey everybody, I'm Ayush and I'm an engineer and the co-founder here at Entropy Labs. Like Ishika said, we've built Odyssey at this hackathon and we are really excited to be here and to show everyone what we've been working on. And yeah.
Wow, that's great. So happy to have you here with us. We're really excited about it. And our next guest is Winter, the team manager of the CipherBox, on the 3rd place in the Web3 Infinity Hackathon. Will share us the encrypt valuable private data in CipherBox. So Winter, please say hi to our audience.
Hi everyone, I'm Winter from the CipherBox team, and we are very honored to be invited as the just speakers to this first interview of this hackathon, which we can have a good time today. Thank you.
That's amazing. Happy to have you here with us today. Our next guest, Austin, the founder of Kaseya, he will share us about the next Web3 drive for file storage and sharing in the video. And the last guest is Alex, the founder of create-ipfs-app. The honorable mention in Web3 Infinity Hackathon will show us the create and deploy web applications to IPFS. So it's our pleasure to have you guys with us today. So let's move on the sharing from the guests, and really eager to hear how they build their hackathon projects. So we can sharing from the Ayush and the Ishika. So I will send the video. Wait me a second. Can you see my screen right now?
Yes.
Okay.
Welcome to Odyssey, where you find rarity, made by our tinkering labs called Entropy Labs. So Entropy Labs for this hackathon really wanted to look into utility NFTs. While we have been working in the space for long, we wanted to understand how we can get to the users in the perfect manner, in a way that they value the tech behind it. So we really started doing our research and thinking, and got really deep into what the sentiment of NFTs are. And then we realized that the best way to actually reach to the users is actually through the things that they used every day. So fashion, food, shoes, or even cars, for example. So basically through their beloved brands, right? So that's when we thought, okay, we can get them to through the brands, but I'm sure there's more to it. What is the trigger action that will help them actually work towards finding the rarity that comes with NFTs, right? So that is when we did some research observations and found that AR hunt would actually help them find and value the rarity that comes with it. So let me take you through it. So this is Odyssey. You go onto the splash screen and you start with the looking at a hunt. So this is a universal hunt. A lot of people will be playing with you, around you. Then when I get my camera access and everything, I go on to, this is called Cactus, who's a mascot. And first, it gives me instructions on what I have to do when the AR mode finally opens. So I have to pull to view the map, look for indicators to find the NFTs. And then I start actually looking for the NFTs. I can build customized worlds towards in this. I'm getting banners which are telling me what around me is happening by different brands. And here I found the NFT. After viewing on the map that was right next to me, then my luck will decide if I win or not. So I spin the wheel to actually win, hoping to win. So yes, I've won the NFT. So now that I've won the NFT, I could have not done it too. I actually own it now, and now let's go on to minting. So the utility now I come to know is the Air Jordan's worth $200 is what the utility is behind the NFT that Nike had dropped at their location. I go on to mint it. While that is happening, I can go and browse through all the NFTs that I have, because transferring does take time. So you can go on to see this NFT, all the NFTs that I might have owned. So I've owned also a Zara Spring Collection, which is giving me a utility as tickets to the Zara fashion show, which might be happening in the metaverse. Then also there would be NFTs that would be expired or burned because you didn't utilize it at the right time. Now let's go on to utilize this NFT. I'd get an education screen just to tell me, how I would be able to do it. So because there will be different mediums to utilize it. So this is basically through generating an OTP. Nike has told us that, generate an OTP as a discount code. And when you put this OTP at the discount code while purchasing this shoes, you will get the whole shoes for free. So yes, this was the app that we made from the user side. Now let's look at how, for example, Nike has to create this NFT, how they would do it. So first, they go on to create. We've directly jumped into how they would create it. So they go on to write the name of the collection and how many of them they actually want to geotag all around the world, I guess. So then they look at, into some description, the appearance, they can customize it or use our templates like you saw because they went with that. Now let's geotag it. So geotagging would work in a way that they have 2,000 NFTs. So we will tell them to locate at the places where it's best suited for their brand. So now Nike is, for example, going to choose some country and can choose countries and cities. So here they're choosing America and Canada, and cities for Toronto and NYC. The map just helps them with more visual. Now we will tell them that the drop will be random based on the demand that we have forecasted. So they can go to click on randomize, and all the 2,000 NFTs will be dropped at different places all around Toronto and NYC. And then let's add the utility. So now the NFT is done, the geotagging is done. Now let's look at what utility it is. The utility that you saw was the physical merch that they were selling. They will give access to they could give access to events as a discount code, but now they've chosen merch as something that they want to add for utility, and they've chosen the shoes to be the type of utility that they're giving. Now let's look at what medium would be. So now you saw the discount code was the medium, and the expiry date was 18th August. So if you don't do it till then, it expires. So you can also preview it later. And so this is our tech stack that we've used to create ODC. So thank you everyone for being a part of this as mentors, as stakeholders. We really enjoyed it, and I hope you guys enjoyed it too. So join us on this ODC. Thank you so much.
Ano ba to? Late din talk dun sa YouTube.
Okay. Okay. So, really, thank you, Ayush, for your amazing presentation. So we actually have more questions for you today. Let's move on to our Q&A and more questions about your project. The first question First of all, I'd like to congratulations about made this role this Web3 Infinity Hackathon and stood out from 129 projects and won the current award. So what do you think about the most unique strengths and the potential of your project for development? So Ayush, would you like to answer this firstly?
So like you saw in the video, we've tried to come up with a new approach about how we can go about distribution of NFTs. And the approach we've taken is quite similar to things people really associate with. For example, Pokemon Go. Everyone loved going around in the real world and hunting for something that they would, really associate with. So that's the approach we've taken with NFTs. And we decided to, combine geotagging, AR, and bring out a better experience for NFT distribution for the users. And I think that positions us pretty well in terms of adoption and it just being something unique and fun.
Great. That's really, we really learn a lot about this. So Erika, how about you? We'd love to hear your thoughts as well.
Yeah, I think even I think it's very unique how AR could how the interactions could be in the future with NFTs, and like now we have interactive NFTs that are coming up. So brands and how marketing campaigns could be much more than just ads. So this would immerse the users much more. So I think this puts us really into good position with brands also, because now we can get access to Web2 brands and get them in the metaverse, for example, slowly through AR, and then eventually go to even other immersive technologies. So yes, I think we could be potentially looking at being a very good marketing channel for a lot of brands. So again, that's a unique strength and potential for development there.
Thank you for that. So let's move on to the next question. From the perspective of the practitioner, what do you think is the core and the most challenging point in building the project, such as how to start a new project and how to present it and how to manage a team and so on? Erika, Ishika, would you like to answer this firstly?
So I think one could be to actually work in a team and have your thoughts together and actually boil down to the scope. So now what the thing was that this time we had what we knew what we wanted to achieve, but to find the spot that actually hits the concept that actually would take it to the market was something that we were searching for, and that took a lot of time with some research. So I think that was the most challenging point, and that that stage before actually building, what you want to build, but you have not started building it because you don't know what that spot is. So that was something that was tough. And yeah, I think just having fights when you're doing a hackathon and discussions with your teammate was also the challenging point, but it's also the fun part of it. So yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. So I'm so proud of you to make this come true. And Ayush, how about you? Do you agree with Ishika, or you have additional ideas?
I mean, I totally agree with what she said, but from a tech point of view, I think I can add a couple of things. So here we try. So most of the dApps take a desktop first approach, but for something that we wanted to build, we knew that we have to take a mobile first approach. So on top of that, combining a mobile dApp with augmented reality and geolocation, so that makes a lot of moving parts. And so to get them to work in harmony in a stipulated time period was pretty challenging. And I think we did a good job to get it done the way we did.
How? Yeah, I'm so proud of you to do this. make this have done. So let's move on to the next question. So could you tell us if you had the same unique experience at the Web3 Infinity Hackathon? For example, meeting like-minded hackers or learn a new development language. Yeah, this question is also for both of you guys. So maybe we could start with Ayush. Ayush, would you please answer this for us firstly?
Sure. So I think with this hackathon, we took a very different approach. We did a lot of ideation. We went around and we actually went to stores to see that, if we build something like this, where would it fit, to see how people behave. And so that's on the research side. But on the tech side, yes, like I said, we combined three different things. So that was pretty new. And working with AR on a mobile app, that was something we've not done before, and doing that was a new experience that we acquired here in this hackathon.
Yes, totally. So Ishika, how about you? We do want to hear your thoughts as well.
Yeah. So I think for me, from the point of view, I think I shared how the hackathon was unique to us, but from the point of view of me also building an experience like this, it's actually quite novel. So you don't know what to put, what to not put, and the type of education a user needs when they're coming on the platform, how to connect. Even businesses are new to this, so how to make their experience smooth too. So I think it's still something we could get to some point where we could have a proof of concept that is understandable and a favorite, likable by people. But I think it's a continuous process which we need to keep building and working on. So yeah, I think I'm very excited to build a new experience like this.
Yes, totally. So we do hope you guys have the very happy hacker journey in this Web3 hackathon. And thanks again, Ayush and Ishika. We do hope your project will have more development and more collaborations in the future in different fields. So we will let's stay tuned and catch up with the development of your project. So thanks again for today's amazing sharing about what you experience in our hackathon. And take care. See you next time and next hackathon. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having us. Thank you.
Yeah. See you. So let's move on to the sharing from the Winter. Winter, please do your presentation right now, and I will start my sharing.
Okay, can you see my screen now?
Yes, we can see it. Please get started.
Okay. Many thanks to Dolores for your great introduction. I'm Winter from the CipherBox team, and we are very excited to participate in such a grand hackathon to share and exchange our ideas and thoughts, and also learn many experience from other teams. So today, as the representative of our team, I will share you more details about our project CipherBox. Okay, since the establishment of our team, we have been exploring the commonalities and differences of storage in different public chains. And for blockchain, storage is the foundation and also the cornerstone. It is also the first step in a series of actions, such as maybe computations and retrievals. So how does data flow through the blockchain? And we all learned that the blockchain itself can make great smart contracts. Some can even perform some simple calculations, but they often lack advanced capabilities and efficiencies. And they may also not have access to off-chain data on their own. And without a way to link them with real-world data and applications, it will be difficult for us to use the benefits of blockchain. and to solve real life problems. But if we want to connect the blockchain to a single server or database, then the blockchain will lose its decentralization. And at present, there are already some solutions for the data storage of the blockchain. Then we also learned about the advantages of Filecoin in decentralized storage. And as we all know, Filecoin is an open source cloud storage marketplace, and it is also a protocol or an incentive layer. And this also aligns with the foundation our teams wants to build on. Therefore, we choose Filecoin to develop new projects. So where did our inspiration come from? Currently, mainly store public unencrypted data blockchains such as IPFS and Filecoin. They often use decentralized storage, and the process of data encryption and decryption needs to be completed. We hope to develop a new tool that can perform various tasks, including encryption and decryption of private data, and uploading it to the several IPFS gateway or other IPFS or Filecoin aggregators. And CipherBox, it is a desktop application for backing up personal data. And after the user's private data is encrypted, it can be backed up to the IPFS and Filecoin network using data aggregators. And in fact, there are many different forms of applications in the blockchain world, such as web pages, DApps, and so on. And firstly, we chose to develop this project in the form of desktop application, mainly considering that for the user group in the real world, desktop applications are more important and more convenient than other forms of applications, such as we can enter the web pages or jumping from other applications. Then the desktop application is the most useful by many numbers of users. And since our developers, our team members, they are actually users of other products. Yeah. And in actual experience, we also found that for users with storage needs, what they want is fast, safe, and convenient storage of private and valuable data. And they usually do not want to transfer their data through other third parties because maybe this action will bring the risk of leakage. So after several in-depth discussions with our team, we choose to develop CipherBox. Let it be a desktop application. And also at the same time, in the process of conducting a lot of research before, we found that many users often believe that reliable data collection tools can save their private data more effectively and safely. So therefore, after many considerations, I mentioned before, we choose to develop this desktop application and back it up to the decentralized network of IPFS and Filecoin. Okay, let me introduce more technical parts of our project. In the CipherBox, we also use a variety of keys and data models. The first one is PBKDF2. The whole name is password-based key derivation function 2. And it is a key that converts the user's password into data encryption and decryption. And it is also part of RSA Laboratory Public Key Cryptography Standard Series. And the second one is CHA-20. And CHA-20 is a stream encryption with high speed and high strength, and it is also widely used. And our project CipherBox uses CHA-20 to encrypt and decrypt data. And the others are IPLD, CAR, and Theory. And IPLD, it is a data model for content addressable networking. CAR, the whole name is Content Addressable Arrays, and it is mostly for serialization and deserialization of IPLD data. And the Theory, it is a toolkit for building desktop applications using using REST and WebView. Okay, and also for our team, our technical members have long-term experience in the blockchain and computer fields, and they have also participated in the research of many other projects, and they also gain many different achievements. I think they are very experienced and have excelled in the Filecon R&D. So, however, in the process of developing a new product, there are also many new problems or new challenges. And we also would like to share this part with you. And if you guys have more experience or good solutions in this part, we are also very glad to have more exchanges with you after this interview. And regarding the encryption strategies, we need to consider and balance several aspects of security, efficiency, and convenience. And at present, users only need to set a password to manage applications, which brings convenience to users. And the password is not stored on any medium, and only the derivation method of the key is recorded, which improves the security of the application. And also at the same time, we choose to use Cha-Cha-20. Yeah, I just mentioned it before. It is a fast and high-strength cipher string, and it can improve the efficiency of the application. And in terms of the data structure, we do not use the default data structure of IPFS, but implement a custom IPFS data structure that can more efficiently utilize network transmission with the IPLD specification. And there are also many difficulties and challenges in the application process of programming and also in the interaction logic of desktop applications. And also in our practical application scenarios, data stored on a single device may be lost due to various reasons, such as operational errors, mechanical failures, and natural disasters. And one of the main means of protecting important data is data backup. So the CipherBox, our product, we can successfully use the decentralized storage network to back up personal data safely and efficiently. And in the actual development process, our technical members have also gained in the following aspects, such as we have a deeper understanding of security measures, such as data encryption and decryption, and also the key protection. And we also gain more experience with methods for building custom IPLD data structure. And we have a better understanding to use Rust language, and we can fluently docking the API process of many storage aggregators. And also for CipherBox, we developed it since we'd like to participate in this Grand Hackathon. And we think it is a competition that brings together outstanding projects to test whether our ideas and existing results can be recognized by more persons outside our team. And in this hackathon, we also won the third prize, and we think maybe it shows that CipherBox has been recognized by professional judges and a broad community to a certain extent. We also want to build more on this project in the future. And here I'd like to share you more about our long-term plan. So first, we will set the implementation of the corresponding key for CipherBox to further improve data security and lay the foundation for sharing encrypted data in a small area. And second, we will increase to use the keys when solving the problems of sharing data between users. And we will also make CipherBox support the export and import of meta information in it. And after that, in order to add more data for backup, we will add more data resources to strengthen the security of data storage. And in order to let more persons understand the whole process of CipherBox better, our technical lead has also recorded one video, and so that you can better understand the whole process. Okay, let me share with you guys the video.
Set up password. First open CipherBox. And then we will create a box and extract container for backup data. We choose encrypt data, and we need Web3 storage access token. We copy the token. Paste the token and give the box a name. Box. Okay, we have our box. Then we can choose file to backup. We click backup button. Okay, choose the file. And then we look at the task menu. There is a backup task. And we can add another file to backup. And more file to backup. Look at the task. After all these tasks successfully proposed, we can see the files on my box. We can check out where these files located. Okay, and then we try to recover. So first we delete these files. Okay. We choose file to recover. Look at the task. There's one recover task. Another recover task. Another. Okay. The recover task has been finished. We can check the recovered files. Okay. The files has been successfully recovered.
Okay, and as the technical team within the blockchain industry, our CipherBox team will continue to optimize our projects to provide more users with a good storage experience and broaden the boundaries of the decentralized storage. And finally, thanks to the Force community for your invitation, and thanks to Dolores for your friendly guidance. Okay, thank you.
Okay. Okay, thanks, Winter, for your amazing presentation. So we do have more questions for you today. Let's move on to our Q&A. The first question is, we'd like to know, could you give us a short summary of your projects you're building, and what do you think about its most unique strengths, and potential for development and what are the imperfections? Winter, would you like to answer this for us?
Yeah, of course. In my previous sharing, I have shared a lot about CipherBox, including why we developed it and the CipherBox technical methods, our long-term plan, our gains, and also the problems we have faced. And if I sum up them to one sentence, CipherBox is a desktop application for backing up personal data, and users can use it to encrypt valuable private data and can also extend their boundaries of decentralized storage. And our goal is to have a sufficient number of users who actually use CipherBox and also bring them an excellent user experience. So maybe they can feel that it is a great product and it is a reliable tool that can safely and effectively store private data. And in terms of the improvement, maybe the current CipherBox is newer. It is a relatively early stage of this project. And after all, there was a very limited time period during this hackathon. And it also has a lot of room for improvement. For example, in the future, we plan to set the implementation of the corresponding key for it and also lay the foundation for sharing encrypted data in a small area. And on the other hand, in order to add more data for backup, we will add more data resources to strengthen the security of data storage. Yeah. That's for this question. Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. Thanks, Winter. And let's move on to the next question. So from the perspective of this, so what do you think is the core and the most challenging point in building a project? Such as how to start a new project and how to present it and how to manage your team and so on. So Winter, what would you like about this?
Yeah, of course. Thanks, Dolores. Maybe in the construction process of a new project, from the early stage of the idea to the direction design, product design, and the product construction, maybe I think all steps are very important. And we participate in the hackathon, and we also hope to use this platform to test whether our ideas can be recognized by professionals and also let more community friends to understand our ideas and also spread our ideas. And in the process of building CipherBox by our team, the most important thing or the most vital thing, I think, maybe our determination of the product form and direction. And as I mentioned before, we actually did a lot of discussions and research when we were thinking about the presentation of this product. And also our team members believe that the direction of a new project is one of the most core elements for the project's construction. And in fact, other aspects such as the platform selection and the teamwork are also very important. Our team members have rich R&D experience and they are very friendly and kind. When one member of our team, maybe he or she encounter difficulties in the construction process, we will discuss and solve them together. And for our team, we choose ipfs and Filecoin because we think they are the leaders in the storage blockchain field and also for the project construction. So we participated in this hackathon organized by the well-known community, you guys Force community, so that CipherBox can be known to everyone, which is also something we really want to share and see. Yes.
Thank you, Winter. So let's move on to the next question. Would you continue to contribute time and energy to the project you created? If so, what is the short-term and long-term development path for it?
Yeah, of course. Maybe, in fact, for our team, we are a technical team. When we build a new product or a new project, we all hope that it can develop for a long time and can be tested in different market environments. So compared with maybe multiple short projects. We think that long-term projects can give users a better experience and also make our team have a long-term awareness. So at the beginning of the construction of the CipherBox construction, we should consider many problems and maybe the bottlenecks that may exist in the future. And as I mentioned earlier, we developed it because we want to participate in this hackathon, and we also want to use this competition to bring together more outstanding projects to test whether our ideas and our existing results could be recognized by many professionals. So we will also continue to develop and build more on this project in the future. And regarding to our plan, we will make more optimizations on the product itself, maybe including setting the corresponding key for CipherBox for further improved data security. And when solving the problem of sharing data between users, we will increase the use of keys, and we will also enable CipherBox to support the export and import of mentor information, and also add more data resources to strengthen them. And in the long term, we will continue to introduce this product to the market in various ways, so that maybe more friends, more professionals can use this product and then make more optimizations based on their suggestions and feedback. These are our long-term plan.
Wow, that's really amazing. So we're really excited about this, and do hope your project will have more development and more collaborations in the future in different fields as well. So let's stay tuned and catch up with the development of the CipherBox. So take care, Winter. See you next time.
See you. Thank you, Dolores.
好的。那我们再次感谢几位嘉宾的精彩到来和精彩分享。那接下来呢，请Kazia 创始人 Austin 他将会在视频中和我们分享 The Next Web3 Drive for File Storage and Sharing， 以及create-ipfs-app 的创始人 Alex 也将向我们展示 create and deploy web applications to IPFS. So let's move on to the next sharing. 月游，你这边可以开始了。
好的，共享一下屏幕。
Hi everyone, my name is Augustine. Team Kezaya. I'm here to talk about my project Kezaya. Actually, Kezaya is born out of the passion of bringing Web3 into Web2 solutions. And let me start by making my presentation. All right. This is a presentation for Kezaya, which is a Web3 file storage and sharing platform. Actually, the aim of this solution is to bring into the world of Web3 some of the solutions that we've seen that are necessary in our Web2 day-to-day activity, and that necessitated Kezaya. First of all, let me talk about myself. I am the sole developer for Kezaya. My background, I have over 10 years plus experience in software development. I have been writing series of codes, not in Web3 though, but in Web2. Not until few years back, when I was onboarded into Web3, I became so passionate for what Web3 offers. That led me into learning more about blockchain technology. So actually, prior to that, I do both backend and front end. So that makes me a full stack developer. Currently, I've also integrated blockchain into my wealth of skills, and that is about me. So that is how it was possible for a one man to be able to do what I have done, both the smart contract, both the front end, every aspect of Keziah was implemented by me. And I believe if this project goes beyond the year, which I know it will, then more hands will be onboarded into the team to make it a real life thing. About Keziah, like I said, that it is actually born out of the fact that I wish that most Web2 solutions we have a Web3 representatives. So Keziah is one project that its aim is for data storage. You and I know that data is currently a technological resources. What I mean by that is that we find a lot of countries all over the world having natural resources. In my country, Nigeria, we have the crude oil, which can be refined into fuel, gas, and diesel, and the rest. Currently, in the technological space, data is everything. So data is one of its resources, and everyday users all over the world, both online and offline, generate various type of data, some consciously, some unconsciously. And in our organizations, offices, data is also being generated. And most times, how do we store this data? We have solutions, but Keziah is another solution that is Web3 based, where these data are stored. Well, no matter the kind of file format they are, it can be stored, and they can be stored securely. Now, let's talk about Web2 file storage. We have solutions like the Google Drive. We have solutions like the Dropbox, OneDrive, the 3Storit, and another one that is worthy of mentioning is the P-Cloud. There are a lot more, and each of these are currently being used in various ways to store various degrees of files. And but one of the limitations of Web2, we know it's centralized nature, whereby it's governed by those who own those who own the platform. So now Keziah is as the blockchain ecosystem continues to grow and gain adoption, so there is need for this Web3 version of file storage and sharing for clients and organizations. this is where Keziah actually fits in. So in a general or in a nutshell, we can say that Keziah is a Web3 project with the aim of helping users store their files and share them in a user-friendly manner. Files can be made private or public, so you can share them with others. Why use IPFS Filecoin? I think one of the solutions I found very interesting was the IPFS decentralized storage architecture. So when I got onboarded and I got to know about IPFS and the kind of solutions they offer, in fact, I see this whole thing about Web3 being possible because of decentralized storages like IPFS, providing such a platform for other projects to build upon. So that is why I have to use IPFS, because the files that the user have to store, the user profiles metadata are to be stored, and since the blockchain itself has a limit of the amount of data it can hold, so it's not wise storing our raw data on the blockchain. Instead, we store this metadata on IPFS, and that is where NFT.storage was the preferred choice to be used for this task. So IPFS was used because of its it has the capacity to deliver the project. So users metadata, profile images, user files, whatever file type, be it how large or how small it's going to be, can be stored on IPFS using NFT.storage. So what is special about Keziah? Wow, actually Keziah is a work in progress. Let me say that a lot of things, or a lot of special features will be added, but currently the support for any type of file, no matter how the nature of the file, whether it's an architectural file, a 3D file, a video file, whether it's a music file, MP3, MP4, .mov, whether it's a web file, a zip file, a RAW file, whatever type of file it is, a document, Keziah has the support to for you to be able to store any of these file types in your own slot, in your own storage slot. So another specialty is the fact that it is free to use, so you can store whatever amount of file you want. It is free to use. Another specialty is its ease of use. We can use a novice who doesn't know about Web3 can actually use Keziah. Then all activities are recorded on chain for the fact of transparency and for transactions to be audited. Every file created, its corresponding metadata is stored on chain, and it makes us to be able to track from the on-chain the number of files that are already stored on chain through knowing the ID of these files. So it is something that is awesome, that all activities are stored on chain, and you get to know. Another feature is that it is fully decentralized, meaning that the owner of this data has control over his data. So wherever it is being stored, and it is stored in a fashion that there can be no loss. It is not stored on one node. The IPFS server or nodes where these data are stored, these files are stored, are several, some 3, some 4, some 5 different nodes are storing this information. So in the case where one of the nodes is not accessible, the other node still supplies your file, and that is full decentralized storage. Your file cannot be missing at any point in time, because these whole nodes cannot stop working at the same time, because of they are in various locations. And finally, no censorship. The fact that you will have restriction to what to do or what not to do, it is entirely up to you to know how to use your storage. So there is no censorship as regards to Keziah. These are some of the special features I can bet you can try it out. So what are our roadmap? For now, we've done some of the works. We've done the smart contract development. We've done the front end and UI UX design. We've integrated IPFS using the NFT.storage, and we are able to present what we have today that made us to be winners of this hackathon. But there are more to go. We need to open up a community where we need to let people know. We need to create our Discord channel. We need to create our Twitter handle for perfect dissemination of information, and at the same time get social media managers to manage this aspect of the project. Then it is my utmost desire to integrate lit protocol to make sure that every file, no matter whether it's private or public, that each file is encrypted, because it gives us the ability that when someone comes into our mistakenly goes across our file, even though the hash is there, but will not be able to know what's the content of that very file, except we allow such person to decrypt when we are making it public, or we ourselves, if it is private for only our consumption. So that is a part, and we find lit protocol to fit in that aspect. Then I also feel if I can use IPNS with the help of to help get a gateway. I wish that we'll have a gateway to our own name, Keziah. Maybe Keziah.io have an IPFS gateway that will actually handle the file sharing. So with our own names, without letting users who are coming know that IPFS was the underlying architecture. So it gives us our own brand, using the gateway and integrating IPNS. And also we want also to be able to, in the file sharing mechanism we've developed already, that if possible one can get list of social media integration where one can share from within the DApp, instead of getting only the IPFS link or URL where it is stored and sharing it. If possible, we integrate. You can share it on Twitter, share it on Facebook, share it on WhatsApp or Instagram whatever social media handle if we want to integrate inside of the project. Then the user analytics is another part that gives a user from each dashboard what you've done, your recent activities, the generality of all your tasks in a glimpse. So we want to improve on it and see how we can use charts to create visual looks. So these are some part of the roadmap we have. Here is the links and demo, kezaya.versa.app. That is where the live site is actually residing right now. Then you can also it's also deployed on Spheron, which is also Web3 based. That is another good thing about Kezaya is we try to make everything Web3. So Spheron, Kezaya nmb3b.spheron.app is another place. So our hackathon demo can be gotten from this YouTube link. So you can feel free to rewatch the demo there. Then if you wish to contact yours sincerely, you can contact me on Telegram using this handle. You can contact me on Twitter using twitter.com/HolyAustin. Contact me on LinkedIn, linkedin.com/in/HolyAustin. Then my Discord username is HolyAustin #3735. And that is it. So thank you for listening. We are actually working on various brands to see that Kezaya comes to stay. Thank you. Having made this presentation, okay, maybe let me show you. Show us. Okay, you can see the site itself. So this is the raw demo of the site, the one on the same on Spheron. So this is our home, the services we offer. You can now see them, the features and the FAQ. So frequent asked question, you can see them here, and we hope to continue building. And please, your criticisms are welcome. So use the DApp wherever you find or that needs improvement. Please, you can write to the team. We solicit your constructive criticism, because it is when people like you make use of the DApp that the feedbacks we get will help us to build something that will last, that people can enjoy using. Any other question, comment, whatever, you can still reach me out on my you can reach me out on my contacts. Let me place it once more so that all right, so you have the contacts. Please, that is my humble presentation. I await your feedback. I love you all. Web3 is awesome. Blockchain technology all the way. God bless you all.
Hello friends. My name is Alex, and now I would like to tell you about the creation of create-ipfs-app. You can send your new or already existing web application to a decentralized network using only one command. After that, you will receive the URL address of your application, and you can share it with friends. To run the command, you can use any package manager convenient for you. We will install using npx. Open the terminal and enter the command npx create-ipfs-app mydap. This is the name of the folder where the installation will be made. At the time of the recording of this video, the script supports as Web3, Moralis, Pinata, Filebase. It is enough for you to use only one of them, but to demonstrate, I will show how to get the API keys on each of them. Let's register and get API keys for authorization. We get API key on Web3 and insert it in the terminal. We get API key on Moralis and insert it in the terminal. We get API key on Pinata and insert it in the terminal. And finally, we get API key on Filebase and insert it in the terminal. Now everything is ready to create a web application. Launch the command. The installation may require a few seconds. Ready, now let's go to the project folder. We will complete the build of the project. And everything is ready for the deploy to IPFS. For deploy to Web3, you must use the command deploy Web3. For deploy to Moralis, you must use the command deploy Moralis. For deploy to Pinata, you must use the command deploy Pinata. And finally, for deploy to Filebase, you must use the command deploy Filebase. We will try to open the resulting address in the browser of Brave and look at the result. Great, the starting application has opened and you can change it and resend it to a decentralized network. We figured out how to work with a new project, and now let's add script to the project that you already have. Go to the folder of your existing project. Create an env file at the root of your project and add a line API there. In this example, let's use the Web3. Now open package.json file and add a script of your application that deploy Web3 IPFS scripts Web3. The setting is completed on this. Let's deploy a new project to a decentralized network yarn deploy Web3. Your application is already on the internet and is ready to accept new users. I hope I managed to explain in detail how it works and how to deploy a web application to the IPFS decentralized network using create-ipfs-app. If you still have questions, I will be happy to answer them in the comments. Good luck and peaceful sky above your head.
OK，Dolores，请你继续。
好的。好的，再次感谢我们的嘉宾精彩的分享。刚才我们另外的2个黑客松团队呢，也是通过视频，然后向我们的直播间去展示他们的一些项目。再次感谢我们今天黑客松获奖团队的到来和精彩的分享，让我们期待在2022年黑客松团队都可以在更多领域有进一步的发展和合作。也非常感谢来到我们园林开放日的嘉宾们的精彩分享。也期待他们在未来的这个 Hackathon 里面，然后我们又可以见面，或者我们后面还会有更多的合作啊。园林区呢 Web 3.0系列活动后续将会继续为大家带来有趣的话题和生态大哈资的精彩分享。然后欢迎关注我们园林区的公众号和加入我们的 Telegram 和 Discord， 在社群内与我们互动，精彩活动第一时间知道。谢谢大家，我们下周二再见下周二还是我们黑客松团队的一个专访 期待我们下周2，然后再来看看我们来到我们直播间的这个黑客松团队都有什么样的精彩的故事。So thanks everyone. We do hope you have a great day here with us. See you next